Hey guys, welcome back to Discover and Learn. I hope you had a great Diwali and had lots of fun. Well, now it's time to get back to work. So, today I'm going to talk about top 5 things which you need to include in your daily routine or your study routine or your study plan so that it helps you to speak better English or speak English fluently and confidently in no time. Start practicing these 5 things every day, which I'm going to speak in detail in this video, and you will see the difference. These are very practical, very easy to implement and very effective ways of practicing English speaking. We all struggle with coming up a study plan or a study routine, right? We don't know what to include and what to exclude. We try to include as many things as possible. We listen to a lot of videos, hundreds of videos, and we try to implement those 100 things in our daily routine, which is not practical at all, guys. Trust me on this. So if you're listening to me, if you have heard my videos or if you follow my videos, you will know that I only talk about practical tips to speak English fluently and confidently. And trust me on this, if you implement these 5 things which I am going to speak in this video in detail, it is going to change your life. You will be able to learn to speak English fluently and confidently within no time. And your English and communication skills will improve day by day. Definitely. So stay tuned, stay connected, and watch my entire video to know more. And before I start, hi everyone, I am your communications coach and a soft skill trainer by profession, and I'm here to help you out with all your communications problems and to help you speak English fluently and confidently. And if you haven't subscribed my channel, if you want to learn English, quickly subscribe my channel, like and share my videos, do write your comments in the comment section, and don't forget to press the notification icon so that you get all my videos on time, free of cost, and access to all the amazing content on this channel. Let's begin. The first very important thing you have to follow every single day is immerse yourself in English or create an English environment around you. This is very important, guys. Very, very, very important. You have to listen to stuffs in English. This is your listening practice, right? Remember a kid, when it starts growing up and it starts speaking, before that people talk to that kid, right? They start speaking to that kid, and initially the kid doesn't understand anything. The child, the small newborn, doesn't understand anything, but gradually by listening repeatedly the same words and same thing, he or she starts picking up. So by birth we have this quality, the human beings have this quality of understanding a language just by listening. Okay, not by knowing the alphabets and then coming up with sentences and words and all those things. That is a different thing altogether. So we have this quality of speaking the language only just by listening. So we are gifted that ways. So don't worry about anything else. Start surrounding yourself in English. Start listening to stuffs in English. Start watching stuffs in English. Whatever you like, whatever genres, whatever thing you like, you can just listen to it. But the only clause here is it has to be in English. You like cartoon movies in Hindi or your regional language, start watching cartoon movies in English, right? If you like Mowgli, start watching Jungle Book. If you like any other stories, there are lots of versions, English versions also, right? What Avatar movie? Lots of movies which is there which you can relate to. And cartoon or animated movies are very simple, guys. You will love them. If not Hollywood movies, you can watch these kind of movies, animated movies, cartoon movies, or any cartoon series you can watch, right? Tom and Jerry, Mickey Mouse, Masha and the Bear, or anything else, whichever you like. So you can start watching these kind of, and you can listen to a lot of stuffs as well. You can listen to any sports commentary, you can listen to any news in English, you can listen to any podcast in English, any celebrity talk show in English, Coffee with Karan, for example, you can take, right? Any comedy show in English. There are lots of Indian comedians who do English comedies, who do comedy in English, and they're very easy to understand. It's no rocket science. They're very simple. They're very easy to understand. Start watching them. Whatever you like. That's what I said, guys. Whatever you like, you just start watching them in English. Try searching them. You will get something or the other which you will definitely like. So surround yourself in English. Apart from listening and watching, you can also do reading. Come up with a habit of reading for 5 to 10 minutes a day. Guys, this is really going to help you. Trust me on this. Take anything, a magazine, a newspaper, a storybook, a novel, or anything whichever you like, a motivational book, an inspirational book, an autobiography, whatever. There are lots of stuffs available. Go find out and you will get one of your choice. And you don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to go to a bookstore, guys. You can just browse it on your mobile phones. There are lots of audio books available which you can take subscription, which is very minimal. You can take subscription and you can listen to audio books. You don't have to read also. You can just listen to audio books. But here I would prefer reading. If you can take your mobile, read a small article or read a novel or a storybook, anything, whatever you like, so that it will help you in your pronunciation practice, getting familiar with the language, the tone, the intonation, the rhythm, and how it is spoken, which is very important. Every language has its own tone, its own rhythm, right? If you speak Hindi, if you speak English, and if you speak any other language, you will know the difference, right? What is the tone? What is the rhythm? What is the intonation? How the words are emphasized? How the words are spoken? Okay, so that is why reading is also very important. So try these things to surround yourself or immerse yourself or create an English environment around you so that you can start understanding the language. Understanding the language is very important. Once you start understanding the language, it will be very easy for you to speak the language as well. So first you have to master understanding. You have to master the language, understanding the language, and then of course everything else will follow. Okay, so this is the first thing you have to do every single day. Take out time, whatever time you have, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, half an hour, you can give to this practice. Okay. Number 1. Number 2, very important, is you have to pick up a technique and you have to start implementing that. Okay, so the most powerful technique or the most important technique which is really going to help you in your speaking practice is shadowing or imitation. You search everywhere. You can search on Google, you can search on any of the sites, everywhere you will get to know that imitation or shadowing is a very powerful technique. You have to, if you want to start speaking in English, if you want to be fluent in communicating in English, you have to start with shadowing or imitation, right? Take a video, take a dialogue, take a short clip, whatever is convenient for you, and start shadowing with the person or start imitating the person, right? There's a difference between shadowing and imitation. So you can follow both the techniques. Both are equally helpful. Okay, so shadowing, you have to speak along with that person. As I'm speaking, you have to speak with me. Whatever words I'm saying, you have to speak with me. That is shadowing. Imitation is you can speak after me also. You can repeat after me as well. Like you have to imitate me. You have to copy me basically. Okay, so these are the 2 powerful techniques which are really, really helpful in learning to speak English. You will get the tone, rhythm, intonation, pronunciation, how the sentence is spoken, how the words are spoken, how it is pronounced, how it is expressed, how that feeling is expressed, or how that statement is spoken. So you will get to know everything. So that is why imitation or shadowing is a very important practice. You don't have to skip that. I have a lot of videos on these techniques. Go watch my videos and you can practice along with me, right? So do this. Mark this activity in your calendar and start practicing it from today. This is the second thing you have to include in your study plan or your study routine or your everyday activity list. Okay, so this is the second. Coming to the third one is, till here you are not actually speaking on your own, right? You are trying to imitate others, you are trying to listen to others and grasp the knowledge or grasp the language, right? Now it is your turn to speak up. How you have to start? The first thing is you can do self-talk. Now, how you can do self-talk? You can do self-talk related to any action, activity or experience. Okay, I'll explain each in detail. So, actions. Whatever action you do the whole day. You go to school, you go to college, you go to office, you go for shopping, you go for any sports activity or anything else you have done. So whatever action you do every day, you can just describe that. Probably you can take the whole day and you can start describing whatever you did the whole day. Whatever actions you did, you went out, you slept, you took a shower, you cooked your breakfast, whatever. So actions. Then activity. What activity you did? Describe an activity. Like you are cooking a meal for yourself. You are making an egg for yourself, or you are cooking an omelette for yourself, or you are cooking rice for yourself, poha, whatever. Describe that activity, right? If you are doing an exercise, describe what you're doing. If you're taking a walk, describe what you're doing or what you're seeing what you're seeing around. Okay, so any activity which is happening around you or what you are performing, you can just describe that. Okay, you're watching something, you're doing something, right? You're watching something, that is also an activity. You're watching a movie, you're watching a series, you're watching a comedy show. Describe that by talking to yourself, right? You can murmur, you can speak slowly, or you can record it, whatever you want to do. Self-talk, activity. Then experience. Now, any experience you have had, you went to your office or college or school and you had some experience, you laughed at some jokes, your friends shared some experience with you or told you some story or anything else which has happened. So any experience which you have had, anything which you have heard, good or bad, you can just start describing that. And every single day we do a lot of things, we do a lot of actions, we do a lot of activity, and we gain a lot of experience about something or the other. So we can start talking about it. That is self-talk. We can just talk to ourselves about it initially. Okay, start with that. Second technique is you can follow jam technique. Just a minute. Take out 1 minute. Probably you can speak about any action you have done. So you can club it with self-talk. Just a minute technique. Actions, any experience you have had, any activity you have done, just describe it in 1 minute. And try it twice or thrice. See how, if you're improving or not. Each time you're improving or not. What improvement you need. What is going wrong with you. Just try to figure out these things. If you start figuring out these things, your improvement areas, it will be much easier for you to correct yourself and speak better English every single day. You will see improvement. Okay, so this is another thing you need to put it in your calendar or your study plan or your everyday activity list. Do this and you will see the difference. The next one is question and answer. Now, I think in my previous video, I've already spoken about question and answer in detail. I've picked up some questions and I've answered those questions and I've asked you to speak with me, imitation or shadowing. So that I have come up with that video. You can just watch that video. It will help you. So you can also take down some questions when you're having a conversation with people in your mother tongue or any other language, or if people are having the conversation in mother tongue or English or any other language, you just listen to them and see what questions are asked during a conversation. Okay, so basically a conversation starts with a question and it ends with a question as well, like answering that question, and it grows with questions. So it is a basic rule that you start a conversation with a question and you ask follow-up questions to grow the conversation. So listen to those conversations, pick up some questions, write it down and start answering it. These are real life situations, practical situations from where you have picked those questions. So these are very much practically spoken about. So if you start practicing in this way, you will definitely improve a lot. and you'll become more and more confident every single day. Okay, so this is about the fourth activity which you have to do. The last and the fifth one you have to include in your daily routine or your study plan is journaling. See guys, I'm a big fan of writing as well. It has helped me a lot, guys. I've given a lot of presentations and I speak a lot, in front of people. That is what my profile is about. But if you want to speak in English fluently and confidently, this is the best way you can start remembering things. We talk about how to think in English, how to, how not to forget words and sentences and ideas. So we just talk about all these things because these are the places where we feel that we are not fluent. We get stuck, right? So this is the best way to overcome all our shortcomings. Journaling. Now, what kind of journaling you have to do? At the end of the day, before going to sleep, make it a point that 5 minutes you take out to write something. Okay, now I would suggest come up with pointers or ideas only. Don't write a paragraph or a page or an essay about how was your day like, or what did you experience, or what did you do, what activities you did, and all those things. You don't have to do that, right? You just have to come up with some ideas and jot it down and see if you are able to speak on it in English. Okay, so this is what you have to do. This is what journaling means for me actually here in this context. Okay, now what you can do here is when you practice listening, you've probably watched a movie, you've probably watched a series, or you have watched a comedy show or a cricket commentary or anything else. We've listened to any podcast or celebrity talk show, probably Coffee with Karan. Take that as an example and try to collect as many thoughts as you can. What did you hear? What did you listen? Or what did you see? Jot down the ideas, the main ideas, what was spoken about in that video. Okay, or that movie, or that series, or whatever you watched. And jot down those ideas. And try to look at those ideas and speak about it. Make sentences. Come up with sentences and speak about it. See if you're able to come up with 3-4 sentences of 4 to 5 sentences to describe that. You will see a lot of difference, guys. It is definitely going to help you. It is a foolproof method which will never go wrong. So make it a habit of coming up with pointers or ideas about any topic, anything which you have heard or listened to or watched. And see if you can look at those pointers and start describing that. The whole thing. The whole video, and you will see the difference. You will definitely be able to describe it. If you keep on practicing in this way, definitely you're going to be fluent in no time. And you will never forget words, you will never forget sentences, you will never forget ideas, you will never get stuck. Take it from me, trust me on this. These 5 activities, make sure you perform every single day, at least for a month, to see the difference. And track your progress. And let me know if it has worked for you. So guys, that's it for today. I'll see you in my next session. Until then, keep learning, keep speaking, keep watching, and keep exploring. See you. Bye-bye and take care.